Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that sub button as we are on our way to 200. And I was just going through Facebook like I normally do, and something interesting popped up that, I totally forgot about. And a lot of you might not even know this, but 35 years ago today, the Edmonton Oilers and the Chicago Blackhawks actually set a record for the most goals in a game since 1943 when they adopted the red line for icings and stuff. And that was 21 goals in a game. Believe it or not, the game ended 12-9 in favor of our Edmonton Oilers. Thank goodness for that. But let's just go through that. We have never seen a game like that. We have seen games where, it's been like 8-4, like how we beat Chicago when Sam Gagner had those 8 points. We've seen games 7-1, but never 12-9, and that just shows you how much the game has changed since 1983 or 85, sorry, 1985 to now, 35 years ago, and what the game has adapted. It is a lot faster. The goalies are extremely a lot better. Because back then, the goalies, yeah, they played goalie, but they weren't training as good as the goalies we have now today. And of course, the pads and everything make a huge difference as well. So let's just recap this game. This is going to be a short video recap. In the first period, Glenn Anderson scores his 21st goal of the season, assisted by Randy Gregg and Wayne Gretzky. I won't say the assist or anything. Dave Lumley scores his fifth. Semenko scores his fifth. McSorley fourth. And that was the end of the first, I believe. Yeah. Second period. Bill Watson for Chicago, his fourth. Chicago again, Troy Murray, his 14th. Chicago again, Jack O'Callahan, his first. And then we get a goal from Yari Curry, his 20th of the season. Then Keith Brown scores for the Blackhawks, his third of the season. Then McSorley scores again, his fifth. Glenn Anderson would score again, back-to-back, giving him the hat trick that game. Kevin McLennan, his fifth, will give the Edmonton Oilers a 4-goal lead, I believe, by this point. But then Chicago would come back. Dennis Savard scored. Then Edmonton's Lee Foglin Jr. scored. Then Kurt Fraser scored for Chicago, and that was all the second. I believe they set a record for 12 goals in the second as well, as long with the 21 goal record back 35 years ago today. Third period, Troy Murray scores. Yari Curry scores twice in the third period to give him a hat trick. Of course, Yamarchuk for Chicago scored twice in the third. Even though they scored 12 times, the Oilers were 0 for 1 on the power play, while the Hawks went 3 for 4. The Oilers did fire 44 shots at the Chicago goalie, and Grant Fierce and Andy Mogg saved 46 shots. So a total combined 100 shots that game. 100 shots, 21 goals. That's still not bad for back in that time. That was more of a firing game, fire every puck at the goalie. But that is Oilers history right there. Like, some of us, like, I didn't even know that. I'm too young to know that. A lot of us might be younger than 35 years old, or, even 30, and not know that, the Oilers and Blackhawks are actually in the history books for the most goals scored in a period and in a game. And, that's just something unique to have when you're talking about the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, I know it's back in the dynasty days, as you see Zach Kassian just swinging a stick there. But back in their dynasty days, they were really good, 5 Stanley Cups, so on and so forth. That's all anyone really talks about. No one talks about, like, these games where they're dominating and scoring a lot, because that's basically, per se, on the back burner of the history of the Edmonton Oilers. So that was just a quick video. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I'll catch you guys on the next one.